Hey, what's up? What's going on, Jamie? Welcome, everyone. I'm pretty good. Yes. For those who watch on the replay, Steve here at the DJ Lab from downtown Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And what's going on, Alonzo? Do you hear the big news? So DJ Pro was teasing the next revolutionary fucking thing. This is bigger than DVS, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what the fuck are they going to make? And you know what they made? They just made DJ Pro for MetaQuest, and unlike the Apple Vision Pro DJ Pro shit, you can plug in a controller and you got a pass-through view so you could actually see the information in front of you and you can see the people and you can play on a controller. Come on, man. Fuck's sakes. The only good thing about this is that if you're not into DJing and you want to get into it, smart to go after the VR gaming market and see if you can drag them over into buy some shit. Yeah. What's going on, Dilio? And you know something, I've been thinking about this too for my friends in the UK and around the world. I'm going to try to put a little bit more work into the channel because it actually, believe it or not, the work I'm putting in is definitely paying off a little bit. And maybe even take some naps in the afternoon over here, for instance, so I can do some like later night things and try to figure out how I can maybe do like, say if I could do 3 1-hour streams each day at different points to try to make sure I'm hitting everybody. Because I know some people never get a chance to see me live because of the time changes of where they happen to be. I can't even speak. So that might be a thing. I don't know if you guys have noticed or not as well. The camera. I've done something just a little bit different where I'm instead of running USB-C, I'm running HDMI into the Elgato HD60 HD60S Plus. I've had this thing for a while and I never really used it that much to be honest because it wasn't doing 1080. And it still doesn't, I mean, like it wasn't doing 4K and I think I'm getting 60 frames a second out of it. But I was able to go into the camera and use the creative look and really just tweak the picture and the colors. Had some people last night that were in the chat, just a few people, but we were testing the camera out and they were talking about, I had a lot of harsh lighting from the side and I liked it. I had this moody kind of look going on, but I think visually right now, being like evenly lit from both sides and considering I'm not the channel that has big studio lighting set up like all these other guys, they got softbox light and they have all these photography lights. I don't have shit like that. I got nano leaf lights. I got a little LED light on the side of my table here. That's all I got. And I think for the budget, my shit is looking pretty good. Even this camera lens, I thought about getting a new camera lens, but Samyang, it's 35 millimeter. And when I look online, they say for talking head videos, 35 millimeter is actually a pretty good thing because I'm like, still as a point, I'm like 3 inches or 4 inches or so from the lens. It gets just enough shit in the background. And I think it's okay. Think it's okay. I don't know if I should show you guys anybody care about watches? Do you want to see the watch I'm wearing today? It's a new watch. Bought a new watch today. Like I didn't need a watch. But birthday's coming up. Got a little bit of birthday money early. 12-inch skins. Let's watch a watch. All right, 12-inch skins. Are you ready for this? Hopefully, camera. Hopefully, it shows up. I'm going to just take it off my wrist because it's going to be a lot easier to really show it. It's nothing special, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, don't think I've got some $1 million watch or anything, but I like the look of this thing. Kind of nice, right? So really, it's a Timex. If you didn't catch that, it's a poor man's Rolex. It's a poor man's Rolex. Because if you look up a Rolex Oyster Perpetual day date, and it's pretty goddamn similar, except I don't have a little magnifying glass. Um, so yeah. Now, when I saw my mom today, and I'm like this, I'm like, hey, you see anything different? Just like, did you buy something? And like, and I was like this. So I had my hat off because I got a haircut, right? And she's like, "What's different?" I don't know. I'm like this, I'm doing one of these, right? And she's like, "Is that a new watch?" I'm like, "Yeah." And this is where things get kind of stupid because she barely noticed because of that watch right there. Like, this is a nice watch. This is the Tissot. It's got, look, the band on it is it catches the light so nicely, right? And it has a little bit more weight to it. So people who don't pay much attention, when they see me walk around with this, mixed factory, it's funny about that, about the whole 47. Um, I'm surprised this company hasn't like cashed in on the fact that their brand is 47. I looked this up. I'm like, that's interesting. I'm wearing the 47 hat, right? Let's go to Mix Factory. So yeah, when you look at these two watches side by side, you'll see the fact that in some ways they're similar, but they're not. This is like mint green, and this is like that sky blue. Neither one is really Tiffany blue, but they were both trying to be, I guess. Whatever. It's been a while since I bought a watch. Well, the Raven Latvian. What's going on, brother? Um, Raven Latvian. Did you know? Do you know Tom's that comes on here? He's from Latvia. The Tissot looks $1,000,000. It's true. The Tissot is really nice, right? Um, and it is one of my favorite watches. But I have had it for like, a year or two or some shit. I don't know. And I just thought, so there's a story behind this watch a little bit. See if I can get the focus here. Like, so hard to focus shit. There we go. So I'm at the mall and I'm going to a wedding. So I didn't have to, but I wanted to buy a new tie and pocket square so it didn't look like I'm wearing the same fucking thing. Right. And I got a different shirt, same jacket though. And I'm wandering through and I see this little kiosk bullshit. They sell Ray-Bans and they got some Seikos there and shit. And I'm looking at a Seiko Presage, which is, I've always wanted one, and they had a pretty good deal on it, but it wasn't any special color. It was kind of a little boring, to be honest. So it didn't like flash to me. And then I look over and I see this watch here. And I've seen this Timex Waterbury Legacy, it's called, right? And I saw that about a couple years ago online, but I never saw one in person. And it was kind of cheap when I saw it initially. And I'm like, it's probably very cheap feeling. So I asked to take a look at it. I feel it, and it's like, you know what? The band and everything, surprisingly enough, doesn't feel that bad. It feels pretty good. Um, it's got a decent look. It looks like the Rolex. You know what I mean? Rolex has the exact same I mean, they're banned and everything on the Rolex model. Looks like that. It's the same look. And I walk away and I go look online and I see that this watch here, it's discontinued, but people on eBay are selling it for like $600-700 because you can't get it anymore. And everybody, it's like, you know, the poor man's Rolex, right? And so I went back, talked the girl down a little bit. I got it for like $250. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna wear it for like a month or so, and I'm gonna put some ads up. I'm gonna try and sell the thing for like at least 4. You know, I'll put up 5, take $400. It's the hustle. You know what I mean? It's how I hustle. People think I'm crazy with the shit I do, but it's always working out for me. You know, the hustle works out. Even the when I bought the Tissot watch, it was the hot watch at the time. Everybody was looking for it. Nobody had it, and people that did have it were reselling it for big money. And I went right to their website. No one thought to go to their website. They're going to all the watch stores that were all back ordered. I went to their website, found one, ordered it. Then I put it online and I jacked the price up, sold that one. I ordered another one, jacked that one up, sold it online, and then got my third one. So the $600 watch only ended up costing me like $200. What's going on, Derek from Scotland? Taco Bolas. There's a few taco people are in the channel at times. I have to turn on the AC. It's getting a little warm in here. So anyways, the big news of the day, Djay Pro is on the fucking VR headset. You can plug a controller into it for the Meta Quest 3. The comments on the latest episode of The View are hilarious. Whoopi in tears. See, I don't watch The View, but I can well imagine now that Trump won that it's I guess I don't get it. As a Canadian, we're not as patriotic, I think. We're not as tied into political beliefs as Americans are. And fill the shill. You know, I this whole VR thing, let's not we'll skip the whole Trump thing for a second because big fucking deal. I don't care. Um, but yeah, that Djay Pro in VR, I think it's cool. Like, you know what? It's just when they say this is revolutionary, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I was doing Tribe XR in beta on an Oculus fucking I can't remember what the fucking that thing was called that I had, man. But it was like the beginning of the VR. And that's why I bought my Alienware PC because I needed like a good computer to run the VR and all this bullshit. And it was cool. You know what I mean? It was fun. Just like most things in VR. Most things in VR, they are fun. If you went to an arcade and you did a VR arcade and you were to try something and play it for 30 minutes, like, well, that was cool. But no fucking way you want to be living in VR. Not me, man. It made me so fucking sick. I was sick for like a fucking a week from VR shit. So, no way do I want to DJ for an hour in fucking VR. No thanks. Nope. Not for me, man. The concept is cool if you can handle it. It's like $20 for the it's only $20 for the program, by the way. And Jamie, have I heard anything about my replacement for a AZ? Um, all I know is they're working on it. That's that's all I know. I think I was a little bit premature when I thought maybe I might get it this week. The one thing I do know I got to do is next, like, because I have a wedding this weekend and shit. So on Monday, I'm actually going to take it back. So I don't think they'll have my replacement there yet, but they kind of want it. And then I'll get mine. Hopefully it won't take too long. I'm hoping. And you know what? Like I said, in all honesty, when I ordered the AZ in the first place, I was expecting some really crazy back order anyway. So the fact I got it that fast and got a chance to do some videos on the thing and shit, it's a bonus, I guess. I don't stress too much. The old me would have been having a fucking losing my mind. Oh, what am I gonna do? The older I get, the less I care. OP Seeker scooped an S8 for 650 bucks. That's a good deal. And it's so funny, man. I had an S8, got rid of it, then had another one. And I remember looking at videos. I saw videos of me doing S8 shit like way back in the day. And I'm like, I fucking had it back then. So funny. I forget about the equipment I've had sometimes. And when the first round of having the S8, I fucking hated it. And then when I got the second time, I really liked it. So weird. Very strange. Oh, been there. So one of my buddies there at Dead and DJ just messaged me and he's like, what's your thoughts on VR DJ? I'm like, meh, been there, done that. You know what I mean? Like, for some people, this might be some, for Mojax said, for Mojax, like, and I love the guy, but to go out there and say to me, what's going on, JH? Fuck, I haven't seen you in a while. Um, for this guy, for Mojax, if you happen to catch my stream, which he does once in a while, you'll catch Mojax popping in to say hello. For you to say this is as revolutionary as DVS, that's a step, man. That's a far stretch in my mind. Last time I checked, nobody had vision issues or threw up playing on digital vinyl system. You know what I'm saying? So, I if you make, it doesn't matter what you make. If you make something that makes a good percentage of the population sick using your product, it will never do as well as you would like it to. How many people do you see walking around with the Apple Vision? I haven't seen nobody in the wild, man. The only people that were doing that shit were the goddamn the influencers that were giving it, or some guy who is a big influencer and just has the money and did it to make content. There's nobody wandering down the street with their fucking VR headset on. And what I'm really afraid of too with this VR shit, they're marketing it like, oh, for like beginners and shit like this. You you can't be putting VR headsets on kids and young teenagers. You're gonna fuck their eyes out, man. You're gonna fuck your eyes. My eyes, I telling you, man, it might have been a coincidence of my age and shit, but I was running VR when I was like, say, 40, 41, somewhere in that vicinity. And I didn't wear glasses. One eye was a little fucked, but I didn't wear glasses. And I had a little bit of dizziness. Not dizziness, I would get car sick and shit, but I didn't have the issues I'm having today. And after I did that fucking VR and I was sick for a week, like, I mean, very fucking sick, like dizzy, fucking eyes were fucked. Shortly after that point, all of a sudden, my dizziness started to kick in. And then I found I needed to wear glasses. And it just, from that point on, things were never good. So I don't know if it was VR, but it sure seemed pretty fucking coincidental. And you got it, buddy. We need CDJs that have more streaming and hotspot capabilities. Yep. I mean, even if, and I don't think it's going to happen, but I haven't tried, some portable kind of hotspot system. But if Pioneer, I don't know why Alpha Theta, Pioneer DJ didn't just make a little Wi-Fi hotspot thing with like some Ethernet ports on, just build a hub with some Wi-Fi to turn our CDJ 3000s into a Wi-Fi system and brand it. You would sell a shitload of them. You could take some Netgear shit, slap your sticker on it. Yeah, like, and someone told me too, Denon is more innovative. Like they do more shit and give you more bang for your buck because they're not the market leader and they have to try harder. What? You gotta try harder. So I don't know. Does that mean the other guys are being kind of playing it safe? And Apple does that. Apple plays it very safe. They don't do much innovative until someone else is giving it a try. And then they're like, oh, that's working. Let's roll that in. You know, Samsung, it's like Samsung, Apple, Denon, and fucking Alpha Theta. Or Denon DJ and Alpha Theta Pioneer DJ. Samsung is always the first one to do something. Samsung had their VR headset long time ago with their phones. The clubs aren't letting us use Ethernet. And you say, I think they meant the non-market followers have to do more to try to make their products down. Yeah, they do. They got to try harder. Yeah, I don't know. I fucking don't like iPhones. I had an iPhone for 1 year. I was like all Samsung from like day one almost. And I had a couple LGs back in the day. Tried it for a full year to give it like a real, like, let's really try to get into it. And I can't. And no, you see, the XZ could not do, it doesn't have the chip. Like, you can't integrate network connectivity. And I'm wondering what you mean because, it does integrate into a network over Ethernet. So I don't know what you mean about they could do a firmware update. It's like, why have Ethernet port on Pioneer gear yet clouds won't let us plug into their Ethernet? Well, and I guess really, before we had streaming music services, um, the Ethernet was just meant to connect the players. That was all. That was all ProLink was there for originally, right? And then ProLink, obviously, you could, then hook it up to run Lighten and shit as well too. JH, I still don't know what you're trying to explain here. The XZ can connect to the internet. I guess what you're saying is you want the XZ to have streaming capability. Is that what you're looking for? I'm still just trying to figure out what it is that you would like them to do to their old system because keep in mind the Opus Quad is new, is expensive. Well, it shouldn't say it's new, but They're not going to give you streaming services. Seriously. Why? Are they known as the company to take their old customers and give them new shit? That's a dead end DJ move. That's a dead end DJ move. You know what I mean? They'll give the old guys some new shit with a firmware update. They want you want streaming, you better sell your XZ and buy yourself the AZ. Simple, man. They're not gonna do anything. Don't kid yourself. And picture this too, the resources, to have a team of people work on redesign the whole motherfucker for the old shit. Like, they're not, I don't, fuck that. I want their team to be making the next new thing. I don't want their team wasting their time with all you guys that can't buy new gear. No way, man. You want to connect to a separate device, but you want to connect to a separate device to do what? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What do you want to connect your XZ to? You still ultimately want streaming music on your XZ. And that's simple. Plug in your laptop, hook up virtual DJ. Boom. Problem solved. You want a 5G enabled hotspot device. They got that, right? Am I missing something here? Maybe things don't work out so well by typing. Yeah, you're not going to get go sell that goddamn thing, get yourself an iPad, download Djay Pro, and you've got streaming music. You got portability, battery powered, touch screen. Welcome to the future, right? So for anyone who's just joining the channel, the big news of the day, Djay Pro on the fucking headset there. What's that thing? Oh, I'm having a brain freeze. See, I'm glad you're all here to see my mental decline in real time. I'm telling you guys, if you have an XZ, I would be trying to sell that goddamn thing. I would really like, go fish and see how much you can get. The AZ, I love it. It's really nice. Even though it's got a little, I had a few bugs. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a celebrity in here. Yeah, sell it, drop an extra few bucks, and you're good. You guys know who DJ Kova is? Do you watch Tweaks Music Tips on Twitch? Because there's a possibility. I don't know if he's busy or not, but he did just message me. He just sent me a message, and I told him I'm live. So I don't. Howdy, Kevin. So once again, I'm going to just make it very clear. This is super simple. It's the simplest in my mind. And I don't know why people just don't make it plain and simple. Here's the reasons why you buy one versus the other. I'm glad to hear, Kevin, that your AZ's working fine because, some people were concerned about them being all buggy, and it wasn't all of them, it's just some of them. So that works out nicely. All right, JH, I'll talk to you soon. Um, so yeah, the Prime 4 Plus, who's it for? You are wedding DJ, you're doing events, you're that DJ, you're the open format, you're going out doing shit. You got access to a whole boatload of streaming services, Amazon Prime. There is no firmware update at the moment, so I don't know. I rolled mine back and I still had issues. So I think there is. It's not just wasn't a firmware update. I really believe it was a hardware issue, to be honest. But anyways, Prime 4, you got all the streaming services. So if you're an open format, wedding DJ, this is great. You have access to Amazon Prime, Beat Source, Beatport, okay, but you don't need it for that shit. Tidal. And of course, you can do FLAC. So that's the other one. You can do lossless FLAC with Beatport and Beat Source now. And it does sound really goddamn good. You got to pay a little extra, but it's kind of worth it. You got the zone output. You have the internal hard drive you can add in, SD card. Like, it just has so much that makes sense for that kind of DJ. Yeah, and you can and Bluetooth. Both units have Bluetooth, by the way. Prime 4 has Bluetooth out as well. So not just in, but out. So you can do both. And the AZ, you're the club DJ. You want to be a club DJ. You like club style music, as an example. You're content with just Beatport for the moment. You want to be in the record box ecosystem. You're DJing at a bar. It's got CDJ 3000 and A9. Then yeah, that's kind of what you want. Or you really love the feel. That's the other one too. Maybe it's just the jog wheels. You're really into scratch mixing on a standalone and you can scratch on CDJs, then this is the one for you. So that's kind of how I see the two. I don't believe they're really the competition that everyone, all these videos, oh, this one versus this one. Fuck, the world has enough divide as it is. Politics, religion, color of your skin. Let's not make the DJ world this big division between. And there was a time when it did look like Dead and DJ was like really going after Pioneer DJ. And they gave up on that because they realized, you know what? The CDJ market is very fucking small in comparison. Like, it's interesting when I hear people say that Pioneer DJ Alpha Theta is the market leader. How do they know this? Did anyone ever show me some magic number of in 2023 this many were sold versus this stuff? And yeah, Kevin, SC6000M is fucking fantastic. I'll never sell those things. Never sell them. I'll use my CDJ 3000s and like, yeah, I like them. And then I go on the Denon SC6000. I'm like, oh, fuck, this is nice. You know what I mean? They're different. You know what? I love them both. I'm not the guy that can pick. And really, truthfully, the best thing you could do if you could afford to do it and had the space, which I can't afford to do it, nor do I have the space really, but you have both. Because some days I really like using the Alpha Theta. Like, I love my rotary mixer. I like using it with my SC6000Ms. And then there's days when I put the CDJ 3000s in there and they work really well with Djay Pro. And I'm using my Alpha Theta mixer, my touch screen that I bought. Some days I want standalone and I like the AZ. I like the Prime 4. Fuck. It's tough, man. I feel sorry for anyone who has to really make a decision because it's a tough one. But because I have them all, hopefully I can help you guys out a little tiny bit. That's always the hope. I don't buy all this shit to flex, as the kids would say. I'm not trying to show off. I got a lot of DJ people I know that they almost get pissy with me. They're jealous. They're like, "Oh, look at all this shit." Like, don't be jealous. I don't have a car. I don't have a wife. I don't got a dog. I got no kids. I got cheap rent. Live by myself. I'm in a good area. I just luck of the draw, man. Luck of the draw. So like all my DJ equipment here is probably the price of, your average okay car. You know what I mean? Nobody running around bragging they got a car. Like, oh look, I got a Toyota Corolla. Nobody's bragging about that. Every Uber driver has a Toyota Corolla, for Christ's sakes. I just spent my $30,000 on the wrong shit because if I had a car, I could be driving Uber instead of doing this. On the camera here, this is a Sony a7 IV. I am now currently, for anyone who watches the channel a lot, you'll see things might look ever so slightly better. The colors, I changed the lighting around just a little bit. And this is a Samyang. So yeah, so the Sony a7 IV Samyang 35 millimeter f1.8 and Lightspeed Entertainment. What's going on, buddy? And I'm doing HDMI into the Elgato HD 60S Plus into my MacBook Pro. And yeah, this is like talking head video. It's funny, when I bought the 35 millimeter, at first I wasn't even thinking about the talking head video. I was actually using a 24 to 70 millimeter Sigma lens, which was really a nice lens. But I don't think I missed out on anything. I think, and I was zooming in a little bit too, so I was probably at about 35, 40 millimeter anyways. Yeah, this camera here, the Sony a7 IV, yeah, it's like a DSLR. It's a mirrorless, full frame. Here in Canada, the body by itself was like, I got a little bit of a deal, but they're around $3,000. The lens I got a deal on too, but the lens is probably like around 500 bucks Canadian. So, you know, honestly, $3,500 webcam, it's a little bit fucking crazy, right? But I do take this camera out and I take pictures, and I got telephoto lens for it and other lenses and shit. So it's not just overpriced webcam. And I would say, so my recommendation, if you just wanted a really good camera for your computer, not break the bank, you could get yourself my buddy, he's got, what is it, a Sony A5500 or 5600 or some shit like that. You know, older camera, HDMI out, has like a nice Sigma. Is it a Sigma lens he's running? Like an f1.4 or some shit, and looks fucking fantastic. You know what I mean? So this camera, for my purposes, is way, way overkill. I don't need to go to this level. I could have got probably the same results for a lot less money. I just want to have a really nice camera and get into photography and shit like that. Even the Elgato Facecam Pro, like I had a face cam and it looked really good. I tried it out and I took it back, but it looked pretty good. And the Facecam Pro, I think can do like 4K 60 frames. And it's like in Canada, I think it's like about a $400 webcam, but cheaper than my lens. All right, it's probably getting about that time of day again where is everybody here? I don't know how my mic is sounding. Is my mic sounding okay? Obviously, no one's complained about it all this time. Friends, I'm seeing 148 views. I'm seeing 15 likes. I hate to bring this up, but double tap your phone screen if you haven't liked the video, or going on your computer, hit the like. It's almost at this point, it's almost like a bit of a respect thing, because I don't know how much of a difference it really makes for YouTube. The chat rate's always good when people talk. So I always want to hear from people. If you're watching, you don't got to be chatty fucking Cathy or anything, but you could just say your name, where you're from. It's always interesting to me to know, like, that, you know, old man here in Canada is talking to people all around the world. I think that's pretty cool. I remember as a kid, I had my dad's ham radio. I kind of think I snuck it out of his room so I could, like, talk to people around the world. And here we are now doing the same thing. I was on ICQ. Remember ICQ back in the days? IRC. I was running goddamn BBSs for fuck's sakes when I was a teenager. Man, that's how old I am. What's going on, Chris? In Spain. Must be nice. Must be nice. DJ Mac in Vegas. Oh, man. You lucky bastard. That goddamn sphere is so fucking cool. I wish Toronto had that. I wish I could look out my window and see a big old fucking happy face emoji or some shit. That looks really fucking wild. What kind of music do I like? Kevin wants to know. I like techno. I like house, deep house. Uh, I like drum and bass. I like top 40 pop, 80s, 90s, 2000s. I kind of like a bit of everything. Depends on my mood. I'm like multiple personalities for that shit. And iPhone on OBS is pretty good too. Neurolabs, fucking Switzerland. Yeah, buddy, Swiss made watches. And I just learned, I just learned about Switzerland and Swiss made watches. Legally in Switzerland, to be Swiss made, it's 60% of the manufacturing costs need to be done in Switzerland. So, Omega is a great example. The watch is made in China, and just the rotor and the crystal is done in Switzerland. And they say the rotor and the crystal, because the watches are so damn cheap, right? That's actually 60% of the value of the marketing of the not the marketing, but the manufacture of the watch, right? And so they put the rotor in and the crystal in. Swiss made. Crazy, right? Yeah, DJing in that fucking sphere would be like. Now, unfortunately, even if I went to Vegas with my dizziness, I wouldn't last a fucking minute in that sphere. That would like send me on a trip, man. So, something I have to address here, as always, you know, there's always this talk about I don't like to do this. Well, I do because I like money. I don't like to work for free, right? So as I've been putting more and more hours into this stream, I've been realizing, hey, if I'm going to be trying to run this on full-time hours and I don't have a day job, this is my job, then I got the PayPal link there for people to help out. And I've been fortunate that I had a lot of people that do help out. But at the end of the day, it's still not, I'm not killing it over here, right? I did spend a lot of money on equipment. I didn't get, I have a couple loaner things from In Music, and I got like the Omnis Dual and the Wave 8 speaker from Alpha Theta. But other than that, they were going to lend me an AZ. I didn't want a loaner. I didn't want to wait. I bought it with my own money. I buy all my shit here. And beyond the fact, I'm not expecting anyone to buy my equipment because whether I had this channel or not, I'd still buy this shit just for me. So when I ask for the donations, it's for my time, my experience, my insights into things, my entertainment value, all of that shit. I feel I'm adding some value back to the community. I'm not a walking commercial like a lot of the other channels. And hey, they're all great guys. They all, have valuable input and they're all working DJs. So sometimes their input may be more valuable in some ways because they're actually out there gigging with this shit where I'm not. But I like to think I give a pretty honest opinion. I'm just your regular guy. You know what I mean? I'm just some fucking dude sitting here in a little tiny apartment that right at this very second looks like it's been searched by the police because it's a little fucking I got shit all over the place. And I should be spending my time right now straightening the place out. Got some dishes piled up in the sink I should be doing. I got some clothes to put away. I got some laundry to do. I got a lot of things I should be doing. Yeah, Jamie, thanks, buddy. Because like Jamie's one person that he has donated to the channel, and I'm never asking for much. It's like a buck or two, something small. The idea would be that right now with 165 views in this past 47 minutes, if everyone had given a buck, if half the people had given $1, it would have been worth it. It would have been totally worth it. Right now, on the other hand, I put 47 minutes in. I haven't made anything. So when I'm making money and I'm able to like keep buying new shit and doing things for the channel and improving the cameras and the lights and the microphones and everything else, it encourages me to keep things going. And I keep telling people we're going to be hitting a point soon where I'm going to do less streams, and the streams I do are going to be private streams for the people who have been very supportive. My mouth is dry as fuck. I need a drink. That's another thing people understand. Like, just talking for a couple hours into a camera and looking over. Yeah, I'm using OBS. You're talking into a camera, you're looking over trying to read things. I got progressive glasses and shit, and I got arthritis in my neck and dizziness. Like, this takes a toll on me. You think this is an easy thing to do. Um, Doing YouTube is a grind, man. Like anyone who's like running a halfway successful stream, don't think it's all fun and games. There's days I wish I didn't have my dizziness and I just had some regular bullshit day job where I could just go in, do my thing, come home, and just not have any hobbies. Just watch a little TV, go to sleep, eat something. Simple life, man. I wish. I wish I could operate like that. I hate, I really do hate the fact I need so much shit to like stimulate me and keep me halfway entertained around here. And even remote work, you see, the do remote work would mean I would have to be on a schedule. And some days I wake up and I feel fucked. That's why I don't do DJ gigs. I don't do anything like that. I barely even go out because I might go to a, me going to a restaurant is about as good as it gets. And at least 4 to 5 out of 10 times that I go to a restaurant, I'm either completely dizzy or having moments where I'm about to get dizzy. Tony just got OBS, and there's a lot of tutorial videos out there. It's really not. OBS is pretty easy. Depends what you want to do. Like, there's way more I could be doing with OBS than I am doing. I do have another camera. I've got a few different cameras, and I have like a Stream Deck. Sorry, Steam Deck. I have a Stream Deck as well too, but that's a different thing. The Steam Deck. No, the Stream Deck is the one with the buttons. The Steam Deck is the game. Too much shit. Geek of Tech uh, wants to know about my AZ, and like, sorry if it's a topic I don't want to discuss. Um, I have not gotten it yet. They are working on it because you see, I'm in Canada, and so they got to even our distributor here gets stuff from the States, right? So things got to come across border, and I don't think it's gonna be much longer. But at this very moment, I'm still kind of waiting to see. Um, I think it should be okay. The good news though about the AZ is I know lots of people who bought the AZ and they're not having any issues at all. I think there is like just maybe a small batch, and because I want to be first at the door to get one, I took the risk, and now I'm paying the price. Stream Deck is really interesting because oh, it's Stream Deck. Never mind. I was going to talk more about the Steam Deck, my handheld gaming system. I bought that because Professor BX, I saw this guy and I saw PJ doing a video running Serato on it. I'm like, oh, I gotta have that. So it's my little handheld Serato system. It's kind of funny. And I don't have it mapped out anymore, but like all the buttons were all mapped out. Professor BX did all the mappings. So you could like DJ with it, just buttons and all the sticks and shit. And then I had it hooked up to the Rain Performer. Anyone who just popped in here, show you the watch I just got today. It was my early birthday present to myself. It wasn't that fancy. I really wish the early birthday present to myself was me going out buying like a fucking nice Omega, but I don't. I could sell some DJ equipment, and like when I bought the xdj-az, if I had known it was gonna be crashing on me in the beginning, for the price I paid for it, I could have went and bought myself like a nice Grand Seiko used, but I still could have got myself a nice Grand Seiko, and I didn't. I bought the damn controller not because I needed it, because I know YouTube guys want to know about it, and I'm going to be the guy that's going to help you. My poor man's Rolex, just a Timex Waterbury Legacy. And it's kind of crazy that I bought this watch considering I have this watch. Right? You know, one is like a mint blue, the other one's a sky blue. Obviously, the Tissot watch is the better watch. You know, it's heavier. It's a Tissot, right? This is just fucking a Timex. Timex. What am I talking like I'm from Alabama or some shit? Timex. If I could get to like, there we go. But it's that bezel. It's the bezel on this thing that I'm really digging. Geek of Tech, you're in the same boat, eh? I'm assuming that you did a support ticket and all that other fun shit, right? Bump. So, guys, it's been almost an hour here. Would have been nice. So they left you in the dust with no response for days. I guess the best I can say is keep on them. I almost suspect that they don't have a response for you because they don't know what they're doing. They might not know what to do at this point. I don't know. I can tell you though, they haven't done, there's no special treatment for me. I'm in the same boat as everyone else. I'm just waiting it out. So many issues with Serato compared to DJ. Like, what do you mean? And Geek Tech, you do have the other option, of course, too. Like you said, if you can return it where you bought it from, then you do that too, I guess, right? And Geek of Tech, where are you from exactly? Again, and you're like you did a support ticket right on Alpha Theta's site, not through a distributor or anything, right? I've never had Serato crash on me. Oh, like if you're in California and you're dealing with Guitar Center, I honestly, I would just fucking return it. To be honest, or maybe even go to Guitar Center and even I don't know, tell them straight out, hey, these guys aren't getting back to me. Maybe Guitar Center can reach out to one of their people and get the ball rolling because something else to keep in mind. I don't know if it makes a difference. You're in the States, you might get it because of all the elections and shit. I feel like there's a lot of people in the States that aren't running like at full juice right now. You know what I mean? A lot of my friends down there are very stressed out about the elections. Um, I don't even know what to say with that shit. I don't want to see anyone stressed out. I can only hope that you guys in the States can start coming together. You might not like Trump. Hopefully, like, this guy talks a lot of shit about this tariffs. I'm going to do this. He's starting there. He'll negotiate with China. There'll be a tariff, but it won't be 60%. The whole abortion thing and stuff. Hopefully, somebody gets in his ear and says, you know what, dude, fuck off with that shit. You don't need to do that. Like, he's in the office now. You know what I mean? Like, some of the bullshit this guy said might not, kicking everyone out, all the bullshit he said. Just remember, last time he said a lot of shit too that he didn't do. So it might have just been a lot of hot air. Now he's back in the office. Maybe he's a bit of an egomaniac. So maybe that's fucking good enough for him. You know what I mean? He's fine. Maybe he'll settle down and it won't be as bad as everybody thinks. Like, I don't think it's gonna be the end of the world. You know what I mean? Could have been worse. If he had a loss, I was more concerned with if Trump had a loss that there'd be a big fucking coup. Maybe he had some fucking military support behind him and there would have been a fucking civil war. That's I was I just watched that movie. I think it's called was it called Civil War? I know, but it was exactly that, man, where like, the East and the West were against each other. Fucking crazy movie. Well, fuck me. Looks like see what's going on here in the PayPal world. Cool stuff, man. I had one person send a couple of bucks. That's nice. Yeah, man, you're right. These things can happen. Oh, that was you, was it? I let you burn. Thanks. Would have been nice, to be honest, if there had been a little bit more support for the past hour. Um, because I would love to stay on here for 2, 3 hours at a time. It's really bad on my voice. Like I don't know why. I almost feel like since my girlfriend was sick, I feel like I've been like right on the edge. Like my throat just feels like not the best, but I do a lot of talking, so I get it. Not all streams am I going to get good support from. And just friendly reminder, it's not a threat or anything, but I'm just telling you the direction of the channel is going to change. I don't want it to. I would like to keep it open and public like this and just get a little bit of uh, a buck or two from a bit of everyone. And it doesn't got to, it just has to be half the people, to be honest. If half the people were helping out, maybe you don't need that coffee every day. Maybe you don't need that 2 coffees every day. I stopped coffee. I drink a decaf one small for the flavor, but caffeine's the fucking devil. Um, yeah, I might have to turn this channel into more of a members only kind of thing and run it like that because it's the time. If I can't make the money doing the stream like this, like consistently, there's times I've been good, but if it's not consistent, I might have to just slow down on the channel, do some private shit for the guys that have supported and the girls, because we got some girls here too, and start up with the Google 360 tour business again, which will take up a lot of my time, and I won't be doing that many hardware reviews, and I just got to make money. You know what I mean? So that in mind, 205 views, 22 likes. And that's the hard part. When someone can't even hit the like button, I question why I continue to do this shit. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little bit of me time. And I'm going to go play a little bit of Fortnite. And maybe I'll clean up a little bit. I don't know. I should do laundry tonight, but I'll probably do it tomorrow morning. Get everything ready for the weekend. Girlfriend's coming over Friday night. Then we got the wedding on Saturday, and then Sunday is just gonna be like fucking chill day. Just a chill. Netflix and chill. So, Djay Pro, just to end things here, Djay Pro on a VR headset. Big deal. Big deal. I was hoping for some revolutionary fucking thing, and you gave me back the same shit I was literally doing 10 years ago. I'm either always living in the future or you guys are way fucking behind. I don't know what it is. But when VR came out, I was there. When a DJ program came out, I was like on the beta team, the beta. And they were talking about wanting to hire me to do lessons and shit in VR. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And sure enough, man, that became a thing. I just couldn't handle VR. If you can handle VR, fucking cool. I'm sure it's a lot of fun. Me, I need to live in the real world. I can't live in a virtual reality. I can barely handle this reality. I don't need a virtual reality. The only thing virtual I like is virtual DJ. I am not here for VR. Nope, not my thing. All right, friends, I'm out. I'll talk to you all later. Have yourselves a good night. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Thanks to I Let You Burn for your donation. The rest of you, I guess you got no money. I don't know. Or you've already donated at some point. Doesn't make a difference. Jamie, peace out, brother. Starstream. Well, that's all the people I see right now. DJ Mac, Geek of Tech. I can never just, I wish I had like a little thing. That's what this shit's missing, by the way. YouTube is missing the fact that when I'm on the message, like under the messages, I should see a list of everyone who's watching me. Because that way there, the lurkers wouldn't be kicking around. There's always a lurker. And every time I see people watch, I know I've hidden people from the channel. And I wonder how many hidden viewers watch me still. And you're not watching because you like me. Because if you were liking me and you watched me, you'd hit the like button. If you don't like me and you're watching, it's because you fucking kind of hate me. And you're just curious to see if I'm going to be talking shit about you or not. I think that's more what it's about. You're wondering what's that fucking idiot Steve talking about now? Well, I'm not talking about you. Well, I guess right now I am. So, anyways, I'm out. Talk to you all later. I gotta do this. I try to take a screenshot, and I never have a screenshot from my stream where I'm like, where I'm just like, a nice little pose I can screenshot. It's always like, anyways, see you guys later.